All right, thank you all for being here. My name is Vito Chiala. I'm the principal here at Overfelt High School. And I want to just start today's meeting by thanking you for joining us. I know that it's a hectic time, and for you guys to get here on time on your evening is really appreciated. Tonight I will be presenting in English, and Senor Ramirez, our parent community involvement specialist, will be doing our presentation in Spanish. Mr. Ramirez?
Muy buenas tardes a todos. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros el día de hoy. Sabemos que estamos pasando por un momento difícil y más que nada ahorita la situación que nos confrontamos no es nada fácil. Apreciamos cada uno de ustedes por llegar el día de hoy y tomar el tiempo de acompañarnos. Esperamos que esto les ayude en lo que estamos viendo ahorita.
And so tonight we are coming together. We have several staff members with us, and the way the meeting's going to work today is that we're going to start with a general session where we share some general strategies, and then we're going to go into some breakout rooms so we can have some more personalized interactions. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Can you all hear me okay? Yes, awesome, excellent. So I appreciate that. And if you're having trouble or technical difficulties, I want you to know all the way through the meeting, you can send us a message in the chat. And so you can message everybody, or you can send a message to individuals, and we'll help you. With us in the meeting today, we have the administration of Overfelt, the counselors of Overfelt, the advisors of Overfelt, and the classified staff, athletic. We have a lot of the staff here to help you. So please don't hesitate to ask questions in chat as we go along.
Yo voy a estar aquí para responder, traducirle al director, porque una presentación que vamos a hacer. Después de la presentación vamos a trasladarnos a grupos más pequeños donde podemos resolverles preguntas más individuales, si es que es lo que ocupan. Entonces ahorita tenemos, aparte del director y yo, tenemos también a diferente personal, de consejeros, personal de la oficina, que está aquí también para apoyarles en esta labor que estamos tratando de hacer. Y no se les olvide que también en cualquier parte de la presentación van a poder escribir sus comentarios o preguntas en caso de que tengan alguna pregunta durante la presentación en el chat que tenemos aquí abajo de la pantalla.
So I'm going to share my screen and take us through a presentation. I'm going to do that now. Now, hopefully everybody can see that. Yes. Excellent. Thank you all. And I'm going to get us all set up. One of the really important things about today's meeting is that I want you to just start off by saying we understand how difficult it has been. Since March 13th, our last day in school, everything about school has changed. With the pandemic and all of the difficulties and tragedy that's caused in our community, one of the hardest things is that we've had to do school in Zoom like this, in distance learning, not in person and not the way we're used to doing it. And I want to just start by acknowledging that this has been hard for everyone. And I know it's been hard for the teachers, and I know that the students have struggled, and I know as parents, it's really hard to know how to support students in this new environment.
Primero queremos empezar dejándoles saber que desde el año pasado, aproximadamente en marzo, tuvimos que distanciarnos como comunidad y queremos establecer con ustedes que sabemos lo difícil que ha sido esta situación para todo el mundo. No ha sido nada fácil lo que hemos estado teniendo que confrontar, y más los estudiantes que ahorita están siendo afectados, y al igual que ustedes como la familia. Entonces queremos asegurarles que estamos conscientes de que no es nada fácil lo que estamos viendo ahorita.
And many students are struggling, and we know how many students are doing the best they can and still aren't getting the best grades right now. And we're in this meeting not because we want people to get in trouble or we want to tell people what a bad job they did. We're in this meeting because we want to come together and make sure that we can do better in the second semester than we did in the first semester. And one of the things that I love about Overfelt is that when we see a problem, when we have a challenge, we don't just ignore it and hope it gets better. We come together and try and fix it. And so when we try to fix it, we're talking about the team at Overfelt, the staff and the parents and the students all working together so that the second semester can be better than the first one.
También sabemos que algunos estudiantes han hecho su mejor labor en términos de sus clases y de su escuela, pero no han sacado tal vez los mejores resultados. Entonces estamos aquí para tratar de ayudarles a resolver las dificultades que existan para que así puedan tener un mejor semestre este semestre.
So I'll get us going with our presentation, because the other thing is I want you to know, like, there have been bright spots and it hasn't all been bad, right? And one of the big bright spots came around Christmas, and this is one I want to highlight, where we did our Making Spirits Bright fundraiser. I hope a lot of you drove through and got to experience the Christmas lights and the music and bring a little holiday cheer to the community. Maybe some of you even got to take some of those trees home. I hope so. But at the end, we also raised a lot of money for scholarships, and that money will help our graduating seniors this year pay for college. And so when I think about just how hard it's been with the pandemic, I also think about how this community comes together and is strong and works for what's important, supporting students, enjoying the community together, and celebrating the holidays.
Queremos también dejarles saber que como comunidad dentro de nuestra escuela, el personal, siempre que vemos una tarea que tenemos que superar, como la que estamos viendo ahorita, no dejamos que nada más ver si se soluciona solo, sino tomamos cartas en el asunto para asegurarnos de que lleguemos a un resultado bien. Por igual, les queremos, ahorita estamos demostrándoles la foto del evento que tuvimos en diciembre. Esperamos que muchos de ustedes pudieron participar en este evento, ya que fue un evento muy bonito, como pueden ver en las fotos, y no solamente ayudó a la comunidad, sino también fue una recaudo de fondos para los estudiantes que se van a graduar este año. Y esto es otro testamento de lo que ayuda a reflejar lo que realmente es la comunidad de Overfelt.
The other thing that I wanted to share was this new building, and I'm in a brand new office. And if you've driven by Overfelt on Cunningham, you've seen the beautiful new building. I wanted to be able to share some pictures of that, and we really can't wait to get students on campus back in the beautiful building at Overfelt. So I'll share a few pictures of that as we go through.
Pues ahorita lo que les estamos mostrando es ya el nuevo edificio que se acaba de terminar de construir. Estamos ansiosos por tener los estudiantes aquí ya de regreso con nosotros, porque esto es una de las grandes recompensas de lo que van a poder tener los estudiantes ya que regresen a la escuela. Y estos son fotos del interior de la oficina donde ustedes ya pueden venir a visitar.
I have to tell you that we had some students in there for some pictures, but we haven't seen it full of students yet, and we really can't wait to see what the building's going to look like.
Estas son una vez fotos del interior, de las diferentes partes de
And one of the other bright spots, and this is the one the last one I really wanted to highlight is last year's class of 2020 graduation, where we came together and did it in a safe way. And you can see the pictures along the bottom of our students receiving their diplomas with their families from their cars in a safe way. And at the top, you can see pictures of our more traditional graduation. And in the middle, you can see the images of our students in their college shirts. And I put this up here because I want to remind us of what we're working towards and not to give up hope of that dream. And I know sometimes our students right now are giving up. They're saying, I can't do this, it's too hard. And I don't want us to give up. I want us to look at those pictures and feel like that is still something I can do. I can walk across that stage. I can get my diploma. I can go to college. I can have the future that I want. This pandemic is not going to stop me from that.
Y esto lo que queremos es la última de las fotos, pero esto es algo que queremos refleje en lo que todavía debe de ser la expectativa de los estudiantes, al igual que de las familias. Estos son
Nice.
fotografías de lo que fue la graduación este último año, y esto debe de ser todavía la meta de todos los estudiantes, al igual que las familias. Y nada más les queremos recordar que esto es el propósito que tenemos aquí el día de hoy, que todos los muchachos que estén aquí con nosotros en asistencia lleguen a esta meta que los muchachos del año pasado ya pudieron llegar.
So that is what we're working towards. And with that in mind, we also know how hard it's been in distance learning, right? It's been a struggle. But there's something I want you to know. We've had the best attendance at Overfelt that we've had in the last 6 years. More students are showing up in their Zoom classes than we've ever had. But just logging into Zoom is not enough, right? And so when I talk to students, they're like, it's just too easy to log into my class and then go back to bed, or to log into my class and then play a video game. And so all of the distractions are there. And we know that if we want to make that graduation and college dream come true, we're going to have to change the way we did some things from the first semester to make them better for the second.
Uno de los datos importantes que les queremos reflejar es que la asistencia de los estudiantes de este año ha incrementado mucho más que años pasados, y eso es algo que sin embargo, que no podemos, aunque sea hacerlo en persona, en distancia, hemos podido llegar a este punto a subir nuestro nivel de asistencia. Pero por igual, sabemos que muchos de los estudiantes nos han dejado saber que se les hace muy fácil estar en la junta o entrar a la clase, pero irse a dormir o jugar un videojuego. Sabemos que hay muchas distracciones que son accesibles para los estudiantes, pero a la misma vez aquí vamos a empezar a hablar de las cosas que debemos de empezar a cambiar para que este semestre refleje un mejor resultado de lo que vimos en el primer semestre.
And before I go to the next slide, I think it's really important to understand that our students may be struggling with grades, but it doesn't mean that they're not learning. Our students are learning so much right now. I mean, going through this pandemic, we're all learning so much. They're learning about politics, and they're learning about life, and they're learning about themselves in ways that we never had. And so although this struggle is real and we want to make these grades better, I don't want to diminish the fact that our students, even if they're not learning as much as we might want them to in class, it doesn't mean that they're not learning and growing. I have no doubt that our students, when we get them through to graduation and get them through to college, that they will be stronger for having survived this time.
Queremos también hablar sobre la importancia de los estudiantes que han aprendido, aunque no siempre han demostrado, especialmente el último semestre, las mejores calificaciones. Han aprendido muchísimo, no solamente dentro de la escuela, sino la política, todo lo que está sucediendo a su alrededor. Y sabemos que esta experiencia les va a ayudar para confrontar otras situaciones que vayan a presentarse como difíciles en su futuro, fuera de la preparatoria o high school. Queremos darles ese entendimiento de que sabemos que los muchachos van a poder salir adelante.
So in the first semester and from last year and into the first semester, we really learned 3 strategies that if students will do these, it will help them to find success. There are 3 things. They're not really hard, but it will really help to change the way the second semester looks.
Aquí vamos a hablar de las 3 estrategias que hemos encontrado que van a ayudar a los muchachos a mejorar su desempeño en las clases. Y esto ha sido lo que hemos comparado del primer semestre para ver un mejorío para este próximo semestre.
So the first strategy is just knowing that students who participate are more successful. So we know right now that most students are logging into their classes, but if they can participate, they'll make the class more interesting, they'll make the class more engaging, they'll make it better for themselves, but they'll also make it better for their classmates. And so when I say participate, what do I mean? I mean, that they're answering in the chat and communicating in the chat with their teacher and with their classmates. Maybe they're turning on their microphone and they're speaking out loud, engaging verbally. And if the internet's working well enough and if they're comfortable enough, maybe they're even turning their video on like we are here. And so it could be that you're turning your video on, it could be that you're speaking, it could be that you're just using the chat. But if students can stay actively engaged and participate in the class, they're less likely to get bored and they're going to make the class better for everyone else.
La primera estrategia que vamos a tratar es lo de cuando decimos participar, los estudiantes participar o que participen en la clase es lo que les van a ayudar a sacar un mejor éxito en la clase. Ahora, ¿qué queremos decir? ¿Qué queremos decir cuando decimos participar en la clase? No solamente es entrar a la clase, pero más allá de eso, estar involucrado dentro de la clase, queriendo decir, pueden responder al maestro o maestra por medio del chat, pueden responder a voz alta, o si se sienten a gusto o lo suficientemente a gusto, pueden prender su cámara y hablar para que puedan tener una conversación y una interacción más directa. Esto les va a ayudar a que estén más activos dentro de la clase y no se aburran porque no están siendo partícipes activos dentro de la clase. Esto es más que nada una de las fuentes más fuertes para que los muchachos tengan esa conexión directa con la clase y con lo que están aprendiendo.
The next thing is when students are in class and they are given time to do the work, if they actually do the work when they're in class, they won't have to worry about it later. And so what we see a lot and hear a lot is that the teacher will say, hey, you can do this work, and if you need help, let me know, and if not, you can log off. And students log off, and in their head, they're thinking, well, I'm just going to do this later. I'm going to do it tonight, or I'll do it on Wednesday. And then what happens is that night or that next day, they forget what they were supposed to do and they don't finish it. And so what we've seen in the classes with the teachers is almost all of the teachers are giving a lot of time for students to work, but not all of the students are doing work in that time. And so we're not trying to ask students to do more on other days and to do extra, like a lot of homework. Like if you're in class for 90 minutes and you're participating and engaging and then you actually do the work, students are much more likely to get the grades they need in their classes without having to do a lot of extra outside of class. And one of the questions we want students to learn to ask, can I go into a breakout room with you to get help from their teachers? If they're in a room and they're like, I don't know what to do, hey, maybe they missed the instructions or maybe they don't understand it. If they can just chat to their teacher and say, can you take me in a breakout room and give me some help? They can do it privately. The teacher will go into a breakout room with them and help them. And that is one way that students can make sure when they leave the class every day, they're not behind. They're all caught up.
La segunda estrategia que queremos comunicarles es que los estudiantes utilicen el tiempo durante la clase para terminar el trabajo que se les da por parte del maestro o maestra. En muchos de los casos, en muchos de los salones, los maestros les dan tiempo dentro del salón para que puedan terminar esos trabajos que están haciendo. Por ejemplo, a veces los maestros les pueden decir, les doy el resto del tiempo para que terminen el trabajo y cuando terminen se pueden salir de la clase. O si no tienen preguntas, se pueden salir de la clase y hacer el trabajo antes de que regresemos el próximo día. Entonces muchas veces los muchachos escuchan eso y en lugar de quedarse en la clase para terminar ese trabajo, se salen y dicen, esto lo dejo para el miércoles o lo dejo para mañana. Y lo que sucede muchas veces es que ese mañana nunca llega. Entonces, si los muchachos utilizan el tiempo dentro de la clase, eso va a ser mucho más valioso porque van a poder recibir instrucción o ayuda directa del maestro en caso de que no entiendan algo o algo se les complica, los muchachos poder recibir esa ayuda. Una de las cosas que queremos que los muchachos empiecen a utilizar dentro de la clase es pedir al maestro o maestra que los ponga en un breakout room. Entonces, un breakout room quiere decir que, por ejemplo, si ahorita estamos en la clase, nos pondríamos el maestro y, por ejemplo, si yo soy el alumno, en un cuarto o en un salón virtual donde solamente el maestro y el estudiante estarían ahí para que le den esta instrucción directa o ese apoyo directo que el muchacho ocupa, que a lo mejor tenga pena por hacer ese tipo de preguntas cuando todos los muchachos pueden escuchar. Entonces, si ese es el caso del muchacho, sería importante utilizar ese tiempo para decir, no estoy entendiendo, ¿me podrías dar instrucción individual? Para que así utilicen el tiempo para poder terminar el trabajo y ya no dejar nada pendiente para el día de mañana.
And then the third strategy is if students need help, if they don't understand something, if they fell behind, if they missed a class because they had no choice, they had to miss it, they should go to the tutorial times to get help from their teachers. And the tutorial times are built into the schedule on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoon. Tuesday starting at 2:30 until 4, Friday 2:30 till 4, and Wednesday all the way from 1 o'clock till 4. And so if students need help, instead of just trying to figure it out on their own or waiting to the next class, they can go to one of these tutorials and get help from their teacher themselves.
La tercera estrategia es utilizar los horarios de tutoría, que son todos los días después de clases. Ahora, sabemos que muchos muchachos no pueden evitar a veces no entrar a clase, ya sea porque no tengan buen internet, estén enfermos, X cosas. Hay muchas razones de las cuales impiden a veces a los muchachos entrar a su clase. Entonces, es muy importante que si van a perder esa clase, utilicen el tiempo de tutoría que está ya diseñado dentro de nuestros horarios para que puedan sacar el mejor provecho de este tiempo. Utilizar esa tutoría para que se le dé la ayuda necesaria y recuperen esos trabajos que perdieron, para que así no tengan que atrasarse a propósito y tener que trabajar siempre para mantenerse en un ritmo, sino mantenerse en el mismo ritmo para que estemos bien de aquí en adelante.
Those are the three things that we think will make the biggest difference for our students. And we feel like if our students are doing this, they're going to find success.
Estas son las tres estrategias y sabemos que si los muchachos las utilizan, estas tres estrategias, van a sacar buenos resultados en este semestre.
We also have three ways that we think parents can help. And before I even share these, I want you to know that I understand everybody's doing the best they can. And so we're not trying to teach you how to be a parent at all. I know as a dad myself, I'm doing the best I can and it's not always good, but we're trying our best. But these are three things that we think if parents did, they could really help their students do their best as well.
Los siguientes son tres formas de que los padres pueden apoyar a los muchachos. Y antes de darles estas tres formas, primero les queremos dejar saber que esto no es nada fácil para cualquier padre o familia. Sabemos que todos están haciendo lo mejor que se pueda para tratar de apoyar a los muchachos y de ninguna manera les queremos decir cómo enseñar a sus hijos o cómo ser padres, sino simplemente les queremos dar estrategias que sabemos que van a poderles ayudar y apoyar a ustedes al igual que a sus muchachos.
So the first thing that parents can do is help their students understand those first three things we said. Like help students understand that it's great if they participate in class, it's great if they do their work in class, and it's great if they go to tutorial if they need help. I mean, just really making sure that students, we're all sharing the same message about do these three things to find success.
El primer punto de aquí es enseñarles o platicar con sus hijos para que realmente entiendan y absorban por qué las tres estrategias que acabamos de discutir son importantes. ¿Por qué es importante estar activo en la clase? ¿Por qué es importante utilizar el horario de tutoría para hacer sus trabajos? ¿Por qué es importante comunicar con el maestro que ocupa ayuda y utilizar ese tiempo para poder, en clase, para poder terminar los trabajos? Tener esta comunicación con él va a ser motivación para que los muchachos puedan entonces sacar un mejor resultado y puedan poner mejor empeño.
And then the second one is just really connecting with students and asking them, how can I help you? Or what do you need? Or how really working as partner with your students to help find out what they need and then ask the school to help if we can do that. But we know right now that this is hard for students to do and it's difficult. And so we really want to strengthen that partnership between parents, students, and the school.
De igual manera, queremos, el segundo punto aquí es conectarse con sus hijos para tener estas conversaciones de por qué se le está haciendo difícil este trabajo, cuál es la parte de que ocupan ayuda, qué tipo de ayuda ocupan para poderse conectar con mayor facilidad. Entre más y mejor comunicación haya dentro de este tema, va a ayudarles más a los muchachos a poderse expresar. Aunque sabemos que en estos tiempos y con esta dificultad, esta distancia que tenemos, esta es la parte difícil para los muchachos, saber expresar lo que se les está haciendo difícil. Sin embargo, si ustedes les ayudan a poderse expresar de esta forma o encuentran diferentes formas de poder sacarle esta información a su muchacho, va a ser una muy buena herramienta para saber cómo comunicarles esta información o cómo ustedes nos pueden comunicar esta información para entonces nosotros ayudarles a sus hijos.
And then the third and final thing, like I said, is really just trying to connect with the school. And I know we're doing our best and you're doing your best, but the more we can connect and work together, the better it's going to be. And so we are going to ask if you don't have School Loop, we'll help you get set up on School Loop. If we don't have an email or you're not getting the messages from us on the phone, we want to work with you on that. And we're also going to share the message for the hotline.
También, y el tercer punto de aquí es conectarse ustedes como padres con nosotros, con la escuela. Entonces queremos que todos los padres tengan se hayan inscrito para School Loop. Para las personas que no saben, vamos a explicarles más en detalle. Si no tenemos su correo electrónico o información adecuada, ya sea números de teléfono nuevos que hayan cambiado, cualquier tipo de información es muy importante que nos den esa información para mantenerles informados de lo que tengan. Y más allá, les vamos a dar números de teléfono donde puedan llamar, donde puedan recibir más recursos por parte de la escuela.
So those are our things. It's really how well can we work together to help encourage and support your student, motivate your student to do the best they can, help them not want to give up right now.
Pues más que nada, estas son las tres estrategias y más que nada lo que queremos que ustedes observen es que es un trabajo en equipo, no es este trabajo individual de nadie, sino en un conjunto vamos a sacar esto. Y más que nada, ayudarles a los muchachos a comunicar para tener una mejor forma de cómo conectarse con la escuela.
And we do have some other things to help make it maybe a little bit more exciting. By the end of the second semester, if students improve their grades, we're going to give certificates to every student who improved their grades. But to students who can get no Fs at Overfelt, we're going to buy some Royal Conquering Distance Learning Zoom royalty shirts. We haven't designed those yet, but we're going to design those so that every student, if they can get through the second semester with no Fs, they're going to get a shirt and a certificate. But even if they get their grades up, they'll have a certificate that kind of says like, hey, I did this. I did what I needed to do.
Y algo para hacerlo un poco más interesante, esta plática que estamos teniendo, vamos a ofrecerles a los muchachos dos cosas. Una, si los muchachos mejoran sus calificaciones en este semestre, disculpen, vamos a reconocerlos y vamos a darles un certificado por haber tenido la habilidad de poder subir sus calificaciones. No importa qué tanto las suban, sino lo que esperamos es que suban sus calificaciones. Y si también, por igual, si logran no tener ninguna F en este semestre, se les va a proveer, aparte del certificado, una playera que indica que pudieron sobresalir en este tiempo de aprendizaje a distancia. Todavía no tenemos el diseño de la playera, pero esto va a ser algo que vamos a proporcionarle a los estudiantes que puedan llegar a esta meta de no tener Fs en este semestre.
Which would be awesome, right? Like that's what we all want to see. And if we have to buy 1,400 t-shirts, we're going to buy 1,400 t-shirts because I would love to see every student pass all of their classes. The grading periods are there. And I do want you to know we are going to share this presentation with you. And that way you can open it at home and refer to it and look at it, because there's going to be some links and some other interesting information. So we'll be sharing that in the chat so that you can open it. We'll also email it out to everybody. That way you can look through this again if you need to.
Les queremos dejar saber que vamos a proporcionarles esta presentación por medio de su correo electrónico, y también les vamos a dar información en el chat para que puedan abrir ciertos documentos. Entonces vamos a proporcionarles esa información un poquito más adelante.
Now I'd like to introduce our associate principal, Ms. Gomez, and one of our best teachers, Ms. Rodriguez. Okay, our best teacher, all right.
Wow.
Okay, now I'll talk. Go ahead.
Also, Miss Dunn is going to be joining us for this.
Oh, well, she's the best everything, so
Yeah.
don't know.
Good evening, everyone. It's so nice to see your names and your faces. It really feels nice to just be in community, even across a distance now. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I am just transitioning us. And let's see if our mind paused, but that little bubble is supposed to be moving if you're looking at the presentation. Just a reminder to stop and take a breath. It's so much. School and everything else is so much. And so we just wanted to take a quick pause and let you hear from two of our Overfelt staff members who are also parents. So Ms. Dunn, we'll start with you if you're ready.
We just wanted to let you guys know that we are not only, part of your community, but we're also part of you. We are parents here too. I have a 10th grader, and distance learning has not been fun for us. It is not an environment that she thrives in. And so every day is a struggle, and we work together. And the most important part that I would like to remind you guys is to have grace with yourself and understand it's hard for you. It's hard for them. It's hard for us at the school. It's hard for the community. And we get it. It's hard. And so, lean on us is what we're asking you to do. We're a resource for you. We're here to help you. If you need to talk, if you don't understand something because Zoom was new to us and maybe School Loop is new to you, or communicating via email is new to you, we're here for you. That hotline is exactly what it's meant to be. It's a hotline. Call it. Ask your questions, no dumb questions. If you don't know, then we're here to help you.
My translating now is
I think that Ms. Rodriguez has a similar message, and she's going to do her message in Spanish.
Buenas noches, gracias por acompañarnos. Estamos contentos de ver caras y nombres y saber de que estamos en una comunidad que realmente estamos trabajando juntos. Yo soy maestra en la escuela Overfelt, pero también soy mamá de una estudiante que está en la escuela Overfelt, que va comenzando este año en high school. Y entonces también entendemos de que esto no es fácil. Y yo reconozco, ¿verdad? También como mamá de que no es fácil para los estudiantes. Yo también me preocupo no nomás por sus calificaciones, sino de que ella se esté sintiendo bien, no ha visto a sus amigas, o sea, de que se mantenga, ¿verdad?, en buena salud. Nos preocupamos por muchas cosas y entonces entendemos, ¿verdad?, como papás, que no es una situación fácil para nadie, pero también queremos ofrecerles nuestro apoyo de que estamos juntos en comunidad, los padres, los estudiantes, los maestros, la administración, consejeros, toda la escuela, para que encuentren apoyo en nosotros también. Mantengan esa línea de comunicación abierta, porque al fin es lo mejor que podemos hacer para nuestros estudiantes.
Thank you so much, both of you. And as we transition now, we're going to move into smaller groups to give you some specific resources. And we are also going to be able to answer your specific questions in those smaller groups. So I'm going to go ahead and let Ms. Rosas work on getting everyone into those breakout rooms. Rick, if you don't mind translating that, and then Vito, of course.
Pues ahorita vamos a trasladar a la siguiente parte de esta junta, que va a ser, vamos a movernos a grupos más pequeños para resolverles preguntas más directas que tengan sobre sus muchachos y darles un poquito más de información.
So I'll take you into breakout rooms. In the breakout rooms, we're going to have smaller groups, and that'll allow everybody to have a little bit of time to ask questions as we go through some more information. In case I don't see you before you go, I really do want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for working together with us. We love your students. We wish we could see them in person, but we're just glad you're here with us now. And we're going to do the best we can to overcome this second semester.
En caso de que no los vemos después de que los traslademos a la siguiente parte de la siguiente sala, les queremos dar las gracias por presentarse con nosotros el día de hoy. Queremos a sus muchachos, queremos lo mejor para ellos y estamos buscando las mejores estrategias para que podamos brindarles a ellos el mejor apoyo necesario. Entonces, muchas gracias por tomar el tiempo de venir con nosotros y esperamos que esto les esté ayudando y les ayude para este semestre.
And I'm going to open the rooms now. Sorry, folks, I opened the rooms and it put only the previously assigned people and nobody else in them. And so we're going to have to wait a moment and then I will be able to redo that again. See how good we are at Zoom? We're awesome.
You got it, Vito.
I'm glad that didn't work because I did put the link to our presentation in the chat. So everybody, if you want to click on that, that gives you all the slides that you saw, which has links for a lot of resources in it.
And while we're waiting, if you want to open the presentation, you can have that on your computer. You can save it or you can download it, whatever you want to do so that you make sure that you have access to it later. See, it's exactly the way I planned it. All right, we're going to try again right now.
Why did you bring me back, Yala?
We were bumped.
I had to because nobody went with you, Varela. I don't know if you noticed you were by yourself.
Uh,
Here we go. No? At least I shortened the time this time. How do I make everybody go?
What's happening?
no
I
one.
have to move, nobody's moving. And so I
Oh.
have,
Oh, okay.
because we set them up in advance, I can't make everybody go.
I think you just have to delete the ones that you didn't.
I have to recreate.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Wants to reconnect.
Here we go. It's gonna work this time, but facilitators, you're gonna have to go to your rooms by yourself.
Oh,
Okay?
Are you supposed to be in a breakout room?
How do I join? Because he put me in. Oh, there it goes.
How do I join? How did you figure that out?
You were in 7.
I know I'm supposed to be in 4.
Oh,
No.
okay. Let me see. Can I
Share screen reactions, participant.
I don't have access. Okay, teacher, you're on. How do we put people in?
How do I get in breakout room 4?
You want to go to breakout room 4?
I do. Oh wait, I see it. The breakout room box. There
Yeah, and then you just
breakout room box.
But do I have access to put people in there? So
yeah,
I have 2 parents in here right now that probably should go to a breakout room.
Let me see if I can.
you can pick.
Yeah, you're a co-host.
To anybody, you should be able to have them join.
That's not true. I couldn't even join. I couldn't do it. Change myself to breakout room number 4. Can someone put me in 4? Stanek and I are in 4.
I'll tell
I'm
you
gonna
guys how
try
to,
for,
I'll tell you how to do it.
Breakout
'Cause-
rooms?
Yeah,
On the
you have to go
bottom?
to breakout rooms, then you have to click the breakout room and click the number,
Uh-huh.
and then it gives you the option to join.
On the far right side, like
Yeah.
over the blue.
Oh,
Okay, but what about my
might
two
just-
parents? I have Lisbeth and Alejandro here who need to go to a breakout rooms, and I don't know how to send them.
And then of
I don't
course,
even know what
Yubi has
to go
no
to.
idea how to do any of
Megan,
this. Hold on.
Megan, why don't you change me to 4? Stanek and I to 4. I can't change myself. I already tried it.
Are you a co-host?
Yeah.
Made me co-host.
Okay, Chief, let's go to room 7 because it looks like they don't have a host in there.
Well, I'm supposed to be in there with Yovi, but Yovi doesn't know how to get in there.
Well, where is she?
She's in room.
Put your cursor over the number where it's over like room 7 and go to your right.
In room 6.
So go to room 6 and then go to the right of room 6 and it'll turn into like join.
No, I know how to do it. I'm saying Yovi has no idea how to do it.
How about Varela? You got it?
No, can one of you guys
So
move?
look on, no, we can't. Look on the bottom and it says breakout rooms. Do you
I
see it?
Yeah.
Click on it. Okay, so now scroll to room 4. And where it says room 4, it has number 11.
Stanek's in there.
Hover, oh,
Yeah, Stanek's there now, so Varela.
she's gone. She
When I-
took off.
When I joined
Okay.
room 8, Rick's in there.
Yeah, so I don't know where to go. Somebody's in every room now.
I'm going to room 7. Someone help Yovi.
Okay.
Yovi's in room 6.
Yeah, she's supposed to be in 7 with me.
Okay, Chief, do you want to go to room
Go
7
to
with
7
her?
with-
And I'll,
you
I'll
can-
go with Varela. I'll
Sure.
go with Yovi.
I'll go to room 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sol.
D, it doesn't
What
give me an option. It doesn't give me an option. I'm telling you.
Okay, go see the breakout room.
I see it.
Okay, and then when you click it, what does it show you?
It just shows me breakout room number 8. That's it. It doesn't give me all the other breakout rooms.
Okay, which means probably okay, let me see if I can make you co-host. You are co-host, so you should see what I see.
I'm telling you, it just says, it gives me that. It doesn't give me the breakout. all
Okay,
the-
let me see if I can send you to a
Yeah,
breakout.
that's what I was asking you.
But I
Said
don't know how.
Number 4.
Stop video, chat, spotlight for everyone, pin and report. That's all I have access to do. I don't have access to send you to a room.
Lisette Guyano, ¿usted le dieron para que entrara al breakout room? Lisette?
Here comes Marissa.
So Gabby's already presenting in that room.
Okay, so do you know how to send the Lisette, Angel, and Alejandro to a breakout room, Marissa? I can't do that.
So if people are not assigned,
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Okay.
Marissa? You're a co-host. Why won't you
So-
just do it?
let me see if I can.
I think I got assigned to the wrong breakout room because my parent isn't even in there or my teacher.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you were in here extra from your parent?
Huh?
You were in here separately from your parent?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then you can just join your parent in the same room. I don't know if you have access to do that now.
Because Kial is the main host, he's the one who has to assign individuals. We don't have access
Okay.
to assign.
So can one of you then just do the presentation to these 3 in here?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Okay, yeah. So just share your screen and then show them the presentation that they would have gotten. And Sol, do you want to stay with us and do
Good
translation?
idea.
Because we can't put you back. We don't have access to
You
put
know,
you.
but my question is, Stanek is alone. Yovi's
thing.
here. Yovi's
Megan's
here.
alone in room 7. I got, so you guys can't move us to either room, right?
No.
All right, let me text Kiala because I know Megan's alone and Stanek's alone. So give
Okay.
us,
I can tell you how to get to their rooms if you want.
oh yeah, tell us.
Tell us.
Okay. Okay, so which room would you want to go to?
I want to go to 7.
Okay, so in the bottom of your screen, you should have the option where it says breakout room.
Yep,
Click on that
I did.
and then find the room you want to go to.
All it
just-
shows is you've been assigned to breakout room number 6.
That's what it says.
That you've been assigned.
That's what
Yes.
it says. I've been assigned.
That's all the access you have.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
That's it. All right.
Let me see if I can.
So do you want, because Gabby's already presenting in room 6.
Correct.
So
That's
who
why
needs-
I need to go to room 7 where Megan's by herself.
Okay.
Hello?
Danielle got assigned there. She wasn't supposed to be assigned to any room. But Chief is there with her.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sent
Oh,
him in
perfect.
there because there wasn't a Spanish speaker in the room.
Perfect. Then it looks like Varella's gone, right?
Okay, so Yovi, are you okay translating in here then?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. So we have a parent and a student here.
Tenemos a dos personas, ¿correcto? Un estudiante y también un padre de familia.
Sí.
Muy bien. Y, la maestra Mrs. Brown va a hacer la presentación en inglés y yo la voy a traducir en español.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, thank you for being here and for the opportunity for us just to share the resources and support that we have, not only for parents, but your students, and to have the opportunity to create a relationship that helps your student be successful.
So, les damos las gracias que continuaron el día con nosotros esta noche para ayudar a su estudiante a poder seguir adelante. Les vamos a explicar lo que tenemos para poder ayudar si el estudiante tiene problemas en el salón.
So the first item here is our hotline that just provides an opportunity for parents, students, community members to call the school and receive or be able to ask questions and receive guidance and support for multiple things. But definitely, if you have any questions related to a student or a parent need, then that's the very first thing that you can do is call that hotline during school hours.
La primera cosa, si usted quiere anotar, el teléfono que está ahí arriba, 408-347-6000. Usted puede hablar ese teléfono durante el día y alguien lo va a contestar. So, si tiene preguntas o quiere asistencia, marque a ese número.
The second item is the opportunities for students to receive technology through the school. If a student needs to access their school loop, Google Classroom, anything to connect to the school throughout their week, they are going to need a Chromebook. And also just for the opportunities to have a little bit more quiet silence for them to be able to concentrate on their classes while they're in Zoom, we also offer headphones. There's also school supplies that can be provided for students as well if they prefer some of those items along with their online learning.
También si su estudiante necesita una segunda computadora, tenemos en las escuelas, si eso le puede ayudar a aprender, y también si necesita para ponerse en los oídos para poder oír, el estudiante también tenemos asistencia con eso. Y todos los días tenemos eso en la escuela si quiere recoger cualquier cosa que necesite.
For students who need to pick up any technology or any school supplies, we are available during the lunch hour from 11:45 to about 1 o'clock. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's still out of D108?
Yes, right now
we
it's still out of D108. Eventually we'll move it to the new building, but right now we're in D108.
Okay. Go ahead, Yovi.
So, si necesita, como le dijimos, computadora o necesita asistencia, todos los días en el cuarto D, como David, de 108, donde damos comida todos los días, ahí puede ir usted o el estudiante si necesita cualquier cosa.
For households that may not have internet access on a regular basis, the public libraries in our community are also offering what we call hotspots. And so it's just a small box that gives students and households Wi-Fi access so they can access the internet from their Chromebooks or cell phones or whatever device they might have.
Si tienen problema con el internet en la casa, los quedan poquitos aparatos que se llaman en inglés hotspots. Esos ayudan que la computadora trabaja con el internet para que el estudiante pueda comunicarse con la escuela. So, si el internet es un problema, por favor, venga cuanto antes a la escuela a recoger ese aparato.
Next, we have the communication tools. This is an opportunity for parents to connect with teachers. And also, these are the same tools that your students are using to connect with their teachers throughout the school day. So one item is School Loop, where students can access, first of all, they can email their teachers for sure through this website. And they also can see their assignments, see their grade updated, and also just receive updates about what's going on with their classes. Parents can also receive a School Loop account. You will just need an email address and a phone number. And also you will need the student's ID number in order to connect your account with your student's account.
Si quiere usted comunicarse, saber cómo va su estudiante en la escuela, cómo va en cada clase, qué tarea tiene, qué es la dirección para cada clase, para Zoom. Tenemos comunicación por el programa School Loop. Si usted necesita ayuda para registrarse en ese programa, lo puede hacer con un correo electrónico, lo puede hacer por teléfono. Tenemos al señor Ramírez, el que tradució en español. Él puede ayudarle en persona por teléfono a inscribirse en ese programa.
Our Parent Community Involvement Specialist, which is Rick Ramirez, he can also support you in registering for your School Loop account. So he has his direct line, but also that's something that you can call the hotline and be connected to being able to register for your School Loop account.
Your Spanish is really good, Mrs. Brown. You were able to realize that I added the pieces coordinator.
And I missed it. And the next thing is Google Classroom and Zoom. Again, with Google Classroom, parents can also have access to portions of Google Classroom that they can connect through by parents, through the teacher. And then also with Zoom, students are going to need to be able to access Zoom every school day, including on Wednesdays when they have the opportunity to attend their tutorial and advisory periods, Wednesday afternoon, and also Tuesday and Friday afternoons. So they are going to need, all students have a Google Classroom and a Zoom account that they will access to connect to school every day.
Los estudiantes todos los días necesitan la dirección para poder estar en el programa de Zoom. Cada clase tiene una diferente dirección para comunicarse con el maestro. Ellos saben esa dirección y también adentro hay otro programa que se llama Google Classroom, es donde el estudiante va a hacer el trabajo. Si para ustedes como padres esas palabras o este modo de comunicarse les hace muy difícil, es porque tenemos a la persona, al señor Ramírez. Su trabajo es ayudarle a los padres a comunicarse con los maestros para que así nunca se sienten que están ustedes solos.
Sorry about that. Trying to get to the slide again. Don't know what happened.
It disappeared.
There we go. We're back and we're back. So before we get to our last bullet on here, we want to quickly ask if anybody has any questions about anything that we've covered so far.
Queremos saber si ustedes individualmente tienen cualquier pregunta que no les hemos podido contestar o algo que ¿qué podemos hacer para ayudarles a ustedes en ayudarle a sus hijos? Los vamos a caer un segundo para que ustedes, por favor, díganos, ¿qué necesitan de nosotros?
And feel free to unmute yourself, or you're welcome to type your questions in the chat, and we can see that as well.
Pueden escribir en el chat la pregunta, o si quieren, escuchar el botón para que los podamos ayudar, el volumen para que los podamos oír lo que los quieren preguntar.
Okay, so we'll move to our last one. In order for both parents and students and guardians and community members and families to be able to receive help to support the success of our students. We want all of parents, guardians, and families to know that our teachers, our counselors, the support services technicians, the parent center that's also run by Rick Ramirez, they're all available during school hours to support students. And also we do recognize that with the communication tools such as School Loop, Google Classroom, even the district email that every student is assigned, there's constant communication that we would like to encourage you to have with all teachers, counselors, support staff in order to encourage success for all of our students.
Before I move on to translate, there was a question, there was a chat sent to me by a parent that the parent believes that we should force students to turn on their cameras, that it will help them stay engaged. My response is that our directive from our district office is that we are not allowed to force students to turn their cameras on. As a parent, I would agree. As the associate principal, I cannot enforce it. So I'll translate that to Spanish. Me preguntaron en el chat, uno de los padres dijeron que quisieran que los jóvenes prendan su computadora durante la clase. Como principal asociado de la escuela Overfeld High School, yo no puedo enforzar eso porque la mesa directiva del distrito los dijo que no podemos hacer eso. Como madre y como madre de un estudiante que va a la escuela de Overfeld High School, yo quisiera que pudiéramos enforzar eso, porque si el estudiante puede, así el maestro puede ver lo que está haciendo el estudiante, puede ver si está despierto o dormido. No puede imaginarse cuántos jóvenes prenden la computadora y luego en accidente, cuando están dormidos, dan la vuelta y podemos oírlos roncando. So, eso es algo que pasa muchas veces. Let's see here.
We have a parent who's saying that she just identified her student and saying that she thinks he needs help. So,
Could one of you write that name down?
Yes, got it.
Okay.
Para la persona que me mandó en el chat, vamos a hablar, comunicarnos mañana con su hijo para ver qué podemos hacer para ayudarle. Let me take a look here.
¿En qué grado es el estudiante?
¿Me pudiera decir en qué grado está su estudiante?
Oh,
Ninth
freshman.
grade.
So what I'm going to do is email Rick, our parent coordinator, and have him reach out to you tomorrow so that he can help you with some services to help you also help your child.
Lo que dijo la señora Ms. Dunn es que mañana el señor Ramírez va a comunicarse directamente con su hijo y con usted para ver qué podemos hacer o qué es lo que necesita su hijo de nosotros para que se pueda participar en su educación. Ms. Dunn and Ms. Brown, I got a private message. One of our parents got kicked out of Mr. Kiala's breakout room, but I can't send them. I don't have the power to send them, right?
You don't, only
We
he
don't
does.
either.
And so, I mean, the presentation that you're receiving in here is the same you receive in his room. I absolutely understand wanting to be in his room instead, but we're going to give you the same information.
All right. Thank you. The chat was in English, so they were able to understand.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Brown.
So the next set of slides, again, all of these slides will be shared with parents after today. So you'll have access like this here. Some of these links will take you to some other resources that are available for you to tap into. And so just wanted to give you some insight about some of the other items that are on these slides just as more resources. So we do have City Year that works mainly with our freshman students, but they do provide opportunities for students in other grade levels to be involved. But mostly they're providing some tutorial support for students after school, but they are also City Year members. Core members are in students' classes throughout the day as a support and resource and guide for your students as well. And, okay, sorry, forgot about that.
Lo que ve enfrente de usted es las oportunidades que si tiene un estudiante que está en el grado 9, esos son los días y el horario donde pueden recibir tutorial y ahí para que su hija y su hijo, cualquier cosa que necesite, que no entienda con el maestro, puede ir a recibir asistencia durante esos tiempos con el grupo que se llama City Year.
Thank you. And the next resource, again, this is on the on the school's website in order to connect to the counselors, but this is all the contact information of all the counselors, which programs they support, academies and programs they support. And also right here is very important, how to book an appointment with each counselor. There's a link for each individual counselor to make an appointment with them throughout the school year.
Lo que está enfrente de usted son los nombres y el correo electrónico y el modo para que si ustedes quieren tener una junta, son las 4 consejeras que tenemos en la escuela de Oberfeld High School y cada uno de sus estudiantes está conectado con una de estas consejeras. Entonces, si quiere corresponderse con ellos, aquí está la información.
And last, we have a support, or second to last, student support services. This is Janine Davis, who is our school site social worker. This information is also on the district, our school site's website, but this is just some general information of services that are provided to students.
También esta información que está aquí es para no nomás ayuda académica que les hemos enseñado, pero también ayuda mental. Cuando usted ve que su hijo o su hija se me está poniendo media triste o tiene depresión o ansiedad o tiene problemas, también la escuela tiene consejería para cuando un estudiante necesita que desahogarse. So, por favor, acuérdese, tenemos ayuda académicamente y también ayuda para los problemas que los jóvenes están pasando.
And last, we have the Parent Community Involvement Specialist, Rick Ramirez. And this is his contact information and just some of the programs that he's helping to run to support parents to be more involved in the process of just staying connected to the school as well.
Esta última página es nomás para que usted sepa, el señor Ramírez, su único trabajo es comunicarse con los padres o para que los padres se sientan confortables a hablar con alguien en su idioma. So, ese es su teléfono, ese es su correo electrónico. Él se mira con los padres todos los miércoles a las 12 de la tarde. También él tiene al lado izquierdo, hay un programa que se llama Proyecto de Padres, donde uno se puede inscribir si necesita apoyo extra o una poquita asistencia para cómo comunicarse con los jóvenes de esta época que estamos viviendo. Y luego también tenemos una academia de padres, y ahí está el teléfono. Y luego, si usted quiere saber cómo usar School Loop, esos son los días donde él da una clase, cómo registrarse en School Loop, el horario que vamos a dar las clases y las dan en español. El chiste es para que ustedes como padres se sientan a gusto comunicarse con nosotros y nosotros también poder ayudarles a cómo ustedes pueden ver si su hija o su hijo está haciendo el trabajo en cada clase y está poniendo de su parte en su aprendizaje.
And again, you'll be receiving these slides so that you can have access to all of the different links that are within this website as well.
And I also put it in the chat. So if they want to click on it, they can.
Perfect. Thank you.
En el chat está la información para si la quiere usted tener para comunicarse con nosotros. Will they be going back to the main room or are we
No.
done?
We are
We're
the
in the
main.
main room.
Yeah. So I think after that, then we're done, unless they have any further questions.
Ya terminamos nuestra presentación. ¿Alguien tiene cualquier pregunta? O si no, ya ustedes pueden seguir con su noche. Ya son, creo, las 7:10. So les damos gracias por compartir esta noche con nosotros. Y cualquier cosa, no se acuerden que trabajamos por ustedes. So háblenos y que pasen buenas noches.
Thank you, ladies.
Oh my goodness. Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you.
Dunn. What a hurried evening for you, especially with the rain.
That works out fine. Got my hotspot.
So it looks like
I think some people are coming back to the main room.
Yeah, I asked Kiala, are we letting parents go or is everybody coming back? And he hasn't answered yet. So for anybody in the room, we are here if you guys have questions. Ms. Murillo, I emailed Rick the information of that parent and CC'd you just so that you have the information too.
Thank you, Miss Dunn.
Of course.
Awesome.
I can't imagine being a
Like
freshman.
109, I think I saw at one point, 109. I think.
Yeah.
That was almost half of what we had at parent night, it seems. Or I don't remember what we had at parent night.
It's a good turnout.
Too.
Should I stop the recording?
I think so.
Oh, it's not giving me access to. Oh,
Yeah.
there it goes.